Alright, and welcome to my Tank Ranger series. This is going to be the first episode. In this episode, mostly what I do is just some questings for a Nightmare Zone build, because that's how I'm going to be doing most of my training, just because it's really AFKable. And also, been doing a little bit of skilling and just AFKing, splashing, like 24/7 when I'm not doing anything else, just to get magic up, because that's the easiest way to do it. But you've also got to do it for like 850 hours for 99 or something. But yeah, so let's just get straight in and see all the progress I've made. Okay, so to start with, I did this minigame, the Varrock Museum, to get 9 Slayer and Hunter. Then I immediately did this quest in order to get 29 Smithing, which is just quite useful. Then I did the Dwarf Cannon quest for a little bit of crafting XP and the ability to use a Dwarf Cannon for ranged. Then I did this quest so that I could unlock the skill Herblore. And then I did the Fight Arena quest for the XP and rewards. And then the Vampire Slayer again for the XP and rewards and Nightmare Zone. Okay, so I'm now doing the Recruitment Drive quest in order to get a little bit of experience in a few skills, which is quite useful. However, this quest, if you do make a mistake in it, you have to start all the way from the beginning. So it can be rather frustrating to do. So room is the only real room that you're likely to make a mistake on. And seeing as you only have 10 seconds, it's actually pretty easy to make a mistake on. So what you're going to want to do is, to start with, there are 3 different colors: gold, white, and brownie. So what you want to do is you want to look and see which one there are 3 of. So in my case, there are only 3 brown ones. Then what you want to do is you want to take a picture of each of the 3 brown ones and then immediately save them. So I just put snipping tools into Word. Quite easy to do. And then just compare those to the end result that you have. So yeah, and then knock it off, and the experience is actually quite useful, and the prayer boosting armor as well is very, very handy. So it's a quest that's well worth doing, especially early on to get your levels up. Okay, so for the quest Lost City, I require 36 wood cutting, so I just did this on normal logs and then oak logs, which I thought about doing willows, but just couldn't really be bothered. So then after I finished off my wood cutting, I needed to get 36 crafting as well. To start with, for this, I did molten glass, as you'll see in a minute. This is probably the best up until level 20, then you should really do sapphire rings. I did it up until 27 and then did emerald rings. Then I did Lost City for the D-Long and DDS, which is very useful when coming to melee training, and it's also required for Nightmare Zone. So then, as I was in Lumbridge, I just did the Restless Ghost quest and Rune Mysteries together, as they sort of involve going to the same places at the same time. I just did it at the same time for both. So just a little tip for doing agility. What you want to do to start with, you want to do the Recruitment Drive quest. That'll give you 9 agility immediately. Then you want to go and do the Tourist Trap quest, and that will give you enough experience to get easily 25. I didn't actually do that. I just ran around Draenor for a little bit because I got 10 and then just fancied running around Draenor. But yeah, doing the Tourist Trap quest is a pretty good way. But if not, stick to the Draenor course. Don't bother going to Alcarid because it's more or less the same experience per hour and you fail less. So it's better off to stay here than go to Alcarid. But yeah, I just thought that I would put that in as a little training tip. Right, so now for the last quest for my Nightmare Zone, I've now completed the Grand Tree. Not only does this give amazing experience and is well worth doing, but it's the last quest I required for Nightmare Zone. Okay, so that about sums up episode 1 of my Tank Ranger series. I'm now going to hit Nightmare Zone for a very long time in order to bash out 70, 70, 70 in the melee combat skills before I'll turn to range. I wanted to do the 70, 70, 70 in the melee ones in order to get 75 combat, which means pest control will be slightly more efficient in the medium boat rather than the novice boat. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing now. I am aware that this isn't probably the nicest done video, but I'm sure as the series progresses I'll get better at doing this. So yeah, stay with me and I hope you enjoyed this first episode.